Hey, how's it going? My name is Michael and I talk about branding. This is going to be a quick video on what is branding. Branding is what people feel about your company, your brand, your product when you're not in the room. It's their true feeling and perception of you. Since your brand exists in the minds of the people that interact with you, you really can't control it like you probably would like to. But what you can do is influence it through all kinds of things. We're going to talk about all of the ways that you can influence your brand right now. The first and the most obvious is getting your identity created. So your identity is establishing a unique name, getting a logo created, and any other visual elements that you want to do to stand out from your competition. So videos, photography, graphical elements, cartoon characters, could be anything. And how do you figure out which thing to go with? You got to understand your audience. And that's what I do. Another way is your value proposition, defining what your brand stands for and then implementing that into everything you do. Things like core values. Like if you have a food brand that's all natural, organic, and all that kind of stuff, you're going to want to have all of those things as part of your core values because you're obviously going the extra mile and you're spending extra money to have this organic material instead of, cheaper material. And you're doing that for a reason, probably because you care about your customers, probably because you care about their health, etc. Consistency is another big one you can influence. And that's ensuring that all of your marketing materials, all of your messaging, what happens when someone calls you on the phone, everything is cohesive and it all feels the same. You don't cut any corners and everything looks amazing, will help reinforce your brand's identity. So customer experience is one of the biggest ones in my opinion. What is your customer's experience like? Is it terrible? Does it suck? Do you even know what it's like? You really got to nail your customer experience. Your logo may look really cool and your bottle may look really awesome and have a great design, but what happens when someone calls your customer service line? What does your brand need help with right now? Let me know in the comments. This word always makes me slip up. Differentiation is another great one. How are you different from your competitors? Why would someone say no to your competitor and go with you? What makes your brand unique? What makes you stand out in the crowd and attract a very particular audience? And also straight up brand awareness campaigns are a great way to have, you guessed it, brand awareness. It obviously increases your visibility and your recognition when people see your stuff showing up in their social media, in ads and articles and videos. It can be a huge part of crafting your brand. Since this content's for people starting out brands, this probably is very irrelevant, but it's something to keep in mind, and that's brand equity. It's taking all of these things and compounding them over time. And the user, if done right, will become a brand advocate for years and always buy your products and always buy your upgrades. But you really have to nail it throughout the entire journey. You can't mess up at all. And if you do mess up, make sure that you address it and you fix it right away with empathy for them. Yeah, positioning. Brand positioning is also a major one. It's trying to influence where people think of you in the market. Are you expensive? Are you cheap? Are you reliable or does your stuff break all the time? Is it pleasant to go into your store and interact with your employees? Or is it kind of scary to go in there? Maybe you'll just do curbside pickup. So all these things come together and craft what people think about you when you're not there, your brand. And if you put time into trying to influence all these little bits of your business, the outcome will be you should have a pretty cool brand. So that's what branding is. And that's how you can influence it in the minds of your customers through little bits and pieces of your business. Pretty cool. If you need help with branding, shoot me a DM. What's a bad brand experience that you've had? Let me know in the comments. Did they resolve it? Did they do a good job? Let me know in the comments. And if you didn't catch my last video about Wendy's implementing weird surge pricing, go ahead and watch that. It's super weird. I'm not sure what they were thinking. I think they rolled it back. Actually. It's for the best.